also want to talk about how the MLB playoff situation is currently heating up.
Yeah.
There are a couple teams that are officially in now. Baseball's two best teams are in, the Giants and the Dodgers, both in the NL West, are in for sure. The Brewers clinched at least a wild card spot now. And then the Rays are in with I think they won the division officially with AL East. And then obviously the White Sox clinched the Central because the Central has just been mediocre all year. Now, the next team to possibly clinch would be the Houston Astros. I think they have to get I think it's like 2 is a magic number for the Astros.
So let me read it off real quick. If this is what would be the matchups if the season ended today. So in the AL wild card, it'd be Yankees versus Red Sox. In the NL wild card, we'd have Dodgers, Cardinals. ALDS would be Astros, White Sox. The ALDS would be Rays versus the AL wildcard game winner, right? The other ALDS would be. The NLDS would be Brewers, Braves, and then the NLDS would be Giants versus the NL wildcard game winner. It's insane that if it ended today, the Dodgers are going to have to play in the wildcard game.
That's what I was just going to make a remark on that, because that is also probably the best wildcard game we've ever seen, because the Cardinals are the hottest team in baseball for the most part.
What? Did they lose yet?
I think they've lost. I feel like I would have seen something about them winning 16 in a row, because I saw they had won 15 in a row.
I thought they got to 16.
Where are they? Yeah, 16 in a row. They're still going.
So,
holy cow.
Yeah. The AL East is crazy right now because Boston, New York, and Toronto are all within a game of each other, basically. So the Yankees are a game up on the Red Sox. They're 2 up on Toronto, and Boston's a game up on Toronto, and 1 behind the Yankees.
So I think the big games to watch, obviously, the Mariners are playing the A's. So the Mariners are kind of the last ditch effort for the AL wildcard spot, because I think they're a game and a half out.
Yeah.
And they've got to play the A's, which are not a scrub team. So they have to pretty much sweep them. Then the Yankees are playing at the Blue Jays right now, and the Yankees currently hold that 1-game lead for the wild card spot with the Red Sox. But I mean, the Blue Jays are only a game down on the Red Sox, and the Yankees have just come off a sweep against the Red Sox. To take over that lead. So yeah, like you said, the AL East is insane right now.
The Yankees also have a much tougher schedule going forward here, because they play the Blue Jays, obviously, and looks like they're down 1-0 already. The Red Sox are playing the Orioles, who are arguably the worst team in baseball. Yeah, they're probably the worst team in baseball. Trying to think of a word.
I mean, Diamondbacks have gotten it a little bit together.
The D-backs are probably worse, so they're probably the second worst team in baseball. And they're fighting for it. I don't know how much the Orioles are really going to be pushing hard for it. So, and then the Blue Jays are obviously fighting for it too. So the Yankees have got to, are going to fight tooth and nail with a team that's trying to surpass them. Before you know it, this whole standing thing could be flipped. The Blue Jays could be leading, could be not leading the division, but leading those 3 before we know it. So, I don't know. It's going to be, that is incredible what's going on there. That's crazy.
I think the other fun one to watch is going to be the Phillies at the Braves, because right now the Braves feel like they're sitting pretty, but now that the Cardinals have basically forgotten how to lose, the Phillies, if they want in on October, they have to win the NL East. So they have 3 games this week. I think they have 3 games this week against the first place Braves that pretty much make or break their season.
Yeah, if they go out there and sweep them, I mean, shoot, suddenly the tables have turned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I think they've got like only a 6.2% chance of making the postseason. It's the same percent chance of winning the division. So what's that tell you? They need to win the division, because they're only like 6 games above 500. It's not like they're not they're not going to win. They're not going to get in the wild card based on their merit there. Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. You got 2 100-win teams out of one division, and one of them's got to play in the wild card game.
Yeah, I believe when we do our podcast next Tuesday or Wednesday, the season will be done. Like, I think the final game is the 3rd of October. I think that's the final day.
October 3rd is a Sunday.
Looks like Monday there's no baseball, and then it says to be determined.
Tuesday is the AL wildcard game. So
next time we do our podcast, we'll know a little bit more. Obviously, the Blue Jays have that final series against the Orioles, so the Blue Jays will have that advantage.
Yep.
Mariners get to play the Angels for their final series, so that's something to look at. And then the Yankees still, like you said, they have to play the Rays yet as well. So the Yankees have it pretty rough. And there's like I said,
the Rays are a great team, but are they going to just be trying to line up their pitching for the playoffs? What are they going to be doing? That's the question, right? So I don't know. There's a lot of intrigue there just because what do you if you're the Red Sox, you have a way easier schedule. It's the East is this. I think these 3 games, starting tonight, are really what's going to kind of determine what's going to happen here. Because I think like you said, we'll have a good idea next week. But these
going head to head, it helps figure out who's.
Yeah, I mean, the Blue Jays are going to figure out real quick here whether they got a chance, right? Whether if they win the series or if the Yankees do, because there is a scenario, by the way, where all teams end up tied. All 3 of those. There is a scenario. It is possible.
Wow.
A lot has to happen.
But even if you have that, you still have to do. If you have to do that 163rd game, that's fun.
But there's 3 teams, so how do you do it? I don't even know if that's possible. So hold on, I'm gonna find it. I had it liked on Twitter here. Okay. If the Blue Jays take 2 of 3 from the Yankees and sweep the Orioles, the Yankees take 2 of 3 from the Rays, and the Red Sox win 4 of 6 against Baltimore and Washington, there will be a 3-way tie for 2 AL wildcard spots. So in the case of a 3-way tie for 2 spots, the tiebreakers go like this. Club A hosts Club B in the first game, and the winner gets the first AL wildcard spot. Okay. The loser then travels to Club C for the second game, and the winner gets the second spot. Because they won their series against both teams, the Red Sox get first tiebreaker pick. Toronto beat New York, so it would choose second. Presumably, Boston would be Club A, which gets a home game and 2 cracks at winning. So if they lose the first game, then they get to play, Club C. What would Toronto do with the second pick? On one hand, you'd rather have 2 bites at the apple, so choosing Club B makes the most sense. At the same time, if you've ever been to Rogers Center, you know that the incredible game atmosphere and an elimination game at Fenway Park and Yankee Stadium sounds terrible.
Yeah, it does. Oh, man.
And by the way, in this entire scenario, there is one more possibility. The Mariners sweep the A's and the Angels and finish 92-72, or 92-70, giving us a 4-way tie. And 2 head-to-head matchups. Not quite as chaotic, but still pretty cool.
That's quite a bend. Holy cow.
And apparently somebody on Reddit found a way to make there a 5-way tie. And I'm reading this from Jeff Passan, who's the ESPN MLB guy. Mm-hmm. He responded and was like, the 5-way tie on Reddit is stupid. Why would you waste your time? But there is a possibility. And honestly, the 3-way tie doesn't seem like that far out of the realm of,
I'm pretty confident we'll see a 163rd game though.
That'd be awesome.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Add to the hype of October.
I'm all for the 3-way tie. That'd be super cool. Going back.
That's never happened. I don't think, has it?
I don't think it's never happened. No way.
Yeah, even a 163rd game is pretty rare, but yeah, That'll be.
It's happened a few times. 163.